Brian from Snowwalker Outdoors. Springtime is here. It's on us. A lot of us are waiting for ice out so that we can get our canoes in the water. And some of us haven't had any snow at all or ice, so it'll make it a little easier. So in this canoe series, I figure we're going to start off with the canoe, and we're going to start off with the anatomy of said canoe. It's a raining day, so I'm going to do this with a model canoe. So let's start off. So here, this is obviously the bow of the canoe. And in the back here, this will be the stern of the canoe. The left side of your canoe is known as the port side. The right side is the stern side. The easiest way to remember port and starboard, or left and right, is left is the shorter word, and so is port, and right is the longer word, and so is starboard. Moving along, we would have normally grab handles here. You'll have a grab handle in the back as well. This is the bow seat. This is our stern seat. And in here, on your larger canoes, most of the time you're going to have a yoke. It's also known as a center thwart. You'll notice on this Swift canoe, this is a 16-foot Prospector that I have. It only has the carry yoke actually as the center thwart on the canoe itself. You'll notice on this 16-foot Old Town camper that I have, the extra thwart is in front of the stern seat behind the carry yoke. Lastly, on my Old Town pack, which is a 12-foot canoe, you will see it doesn't have a carry yoke. It has a single seat and just a thwart for rigidity of the canoe. Some canoes have a very prominent keel on them to help them track well. A lot of your aluminum canoes, I think the early ones were two pieces that were married together. Most of your roto-molded ones are one piece, but they do put that keel in them. This model doesn't have it, but I just drew a line in where you're going to see that from the top. Now, there's also from the bottom of the hull to about here winds up being your water line in the canoe. And that's after you place everything in the canoe. That's where the displacement will be once you have it loaded. The freeboard you'll hear most of the time is from basically the water line to the top of the gunnel. Now, that's another thing. Right here, this is known as the gunnel, not the gunwale. Some people will actually pronounce it gunwale, but it's pronounced gunnel. Okay, if you look at these schematics, obviously between the two sides of the hull, which would be your beam or the width of the canoe, the depth of the canoe is from the top of the gunnel to the bottom. You will also have the tumble home, and the tumble home is from the widest part of the canoe or the beam to where the gunnel actually comes in, and you'll see them. They'll be all the way, they'll be straight out. Some of them will be in, some of them are pronounced farther in as well. It all depends upon the manufacturer of the canoe and the model that you're using. You'll have the waterline beam, which is obviously, again, from here to the bottom of the canoe, which would be the displacement line or the waterline beam. The amount of rocker that you have is the amount from the center on how much the canoe comes up, whether it's more lengthwise and flat or if it actually comes up higher. Okay, you'll either have, again, no keel, or you will have a keel. And here's your water line from the bottom of the canoe to the top. So that's it. That's your basic anatomy of a canoe. I think we're going to try to have some fun with this series. This is going to tie in with another series as well. That's your canoe anatomy. You could go a lot more in depth into it. You can do your own research. There's lots of different canoes out there. We'll talk about the different models, the manufacturers, what they're made of, and we'll go right along with this piece by piece, and we'll try to pull it all together. Hopefully, you'll do some backcountry canoeing and camping. So, Brian from Snowwalker Outdoors. Thanks for your views and your comments. Don't forget to click the notification bell, and we're going to try to get out there a little bit more. Thanks.